Hey guys, welcome back to the Network Podcast. And you know, I'm coming right back in, and it's not any joke. I got Victoria Davis coming back in, and you guys know from the last episode, she was chopping it all the way up about her life story, what was going on with cosmetology, and I'm very excited because I love when new individuals come in, share energy, come on the Network Podcast. It's nothing but fire, nothing but heat. And if you want to come on the Network Podcast, you want an entrepreneur interview, you want to work with Stack Pack, make sure you email stackpackmedia@gmail.com. I'm loving all the energy. I'm loving everything. And I want to get back into Miss Davis. She came up here and gave us an amazing story. I can't wait for her to work with media mentors too. We have a mentorship program where she can go in and teach a lot of people as well. And I can't wait till she sees that side of us as well. But welcome to the Network Podcast. I got Miss Davis coming back in. If you guys seen her first episode, you guys know it was epic. And I have some questions for her. And actually, to keep it real with y'all, I think she actually just stepped in the goddamn studio. You understand? She just got here. And I have a question for Miss Davis about school. Now, Miss Davis, did you go the school route, self-taught, or was it a mix of both things? Over to you, Miss Davis.
Woo! Okay, so it's a combination of both. As I said, as a little girl, I was self-taught how to do hair. Braid hair. Actually, yeah, my cousin Terry, she taught me how to cornrow, and from there, I just never stopped as a little girl. As a teenager, my mom started taking care of my grandmother. No, my mother started taking care of my grandmother. And my granddad, because they were, elderly. So every weekend my mom was greeted when she came home to see about me. I had Bud. She's a police. She's a former district police officer. That was my major client for weaving. I also had other people, but Bud was a faithful client, and she was a police officer at that time. So I was weaving her hair, other people's hair, and and I always found myself doing that. But I also went to school. Make no mistakes about it. I went to school. I started the very first school that I went to was on South Capitol Street. It's no longer there. It was Scott. Shout out to him because that's the very first school that I went to. From there, I went to the one and only Blue Knight Senior High School, and my belated Miss Helen White, who died from COVID-19. That was my final hair instructor. But my first hair instructor was no other than Miss Shelton. Miss Shelton is a pioneer as an instructor in the district. Her name is very well known in the cosmetology schools here in the district. But my final, and so is belated Miss Helen. These are pioneer women in the district who taught me, and I am who I am today with my field, with my craft, because of these women. I'm a master finger waver because of Miss Shelton, and that's hard to do. That's hard. A lot of people who are swooping and swaving, them ain't finger waves. But hey, if that's what they like, I love it. It's all up to the client and their stylist. But that's another subject right there. So yeah, I'm a master finger waver, but I don't master in finger waver. I just master the skill. So everything that I did in school, I just mastered the skill because I didn't want to I didn't want to limit myself as being a specialist. Because when you're a specialist, you limit yourself. And I didn't want to do that.
Exactly. Miss Davis is in the building again. I told y'all. So, Miss Davis, I got some more questions for you. Now, what's
Sure.
one thing that nobody tells you before entering into cosmetology? What's one thing just nobody tells you before you get there? Over to you.
You have to learn the history. You have to learn the history and anatomy. And you're going to learn science. No one ever tells you, oh, you got to be in them books. Be in those books. What you want is in that book. That knowledge that you want is in that book. How to properly care for somebody, you got for their hair, their scalp. You got to be in a book. And you got to continue your education. You got to continue your education.
We appreciate that, Miss Davis. You got to.
You
got to all the time.
YouTube University is not school. Go to school, put them hours in. Learn about what you're doing and why you're doing it and how it affects that person.
So that's perfect for the next question, Miss Davis, is how long did it take you to master your craft to the level you're at now? How long did it take you to, master everything to get to this level? Let's talk about it.
I'm still mastering because I still have to go to school. I start school next month. Continue education. Still on hair, trichology. I'm still mastering. I'm still mastering how to treat these. I want to say your scalp, because people are suffering alopecia, and there's different forms of alopecia, but it's still alopecia. And some would say, well, when that follicle is gone, it can't be replaced, but it can be.
We understand.
So it
yeah.
results to learning.
Yep, that's a fact.
So it still results back to learning, and I'm still mastering.
Every day is a mastering experience, right, Miss Davis?
Yes.
And then, Miss Davis, I got another question for you. What are some common mistakes beginners make in the beginning of this whole cosmetology stuff? What's some mistakes? And it's like, oh my God, what's something that the beginners make? We getting real today. Okay. We being real today.
Yeah, we getting real. When you're dealing with chemicals. Some people are still getting perms, hair relaxers, and as we can see nowadays, people are coloring. People are making the mistakes. Well, I'm gonna say I made a mistake with a color, but it still came out perfect. It didn't change a color. It just enhanced into something that I wasn't expecting. So, like I said, even playing around, especially with color. Now, relaxers, nah, I'm dead on. You can't make a mistake with that because then that's a lawsuit. So I'm all about avoiding. I'm about making mistakes that are not harmful and that avoid lawsuits. See, the thing with color, you can make a mistake with color because all you're going to do is create another color. But I would also test that on a mannequin before I would do anything on a human's head. So doing something on a mannequin head is predominantly done first for me. So when I make a mistake, I made a mistake on that mannequin, not on somebody's head, because now they want to sue me, they want to report me to the state board and all of that. So for me, it's like, okay, I gotta do what's going to be expected while avoiding the harmful damages. And a lot of cosmetologists, a lot of stylists. I'm not going to say cosmetologists because being that I am educated in what I'm doing, I can actually hear who's been to school and who hasn't. Because it's just a language that cannot escape you. Once you went to school and you've been in them books, that language does not escape. Even if you stay it in a short term, it's still the language barrier. So I can tell whether that's a true stylist that's actually been in school versus who went to YouTube or learning on their own. So I listen, I pay attention. So a lot of things I really avoid the YouTube hairstylists and all of that because they don't tell you what's really behind the scene of doing for that person's hair. But I only just look at it to look at the style and to actually look at how I can make my craft better. So I hope I answered the question correctly.
We appreciate it. Come on, Ms. Davis. We appreciate it. And now, another question I have for you, Ms. Davis, is what separates a good cosmetologist from a great one? Let's talk about it. A good cosmetologist from a great one. Let's get to it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you like my teachers, my instructors told me. A great cosmetologist ain't going to never have her hair done. She ain't got time.
She ain't got the time. Yeah, I hear you, Ms. Davis. She ain't got the dang time.
Yeah, so that's how I look for hairstylists because I'm telling you, it's hard for me to find another hairstylist to do my hair. I understand that, yeah, your appearance and everything is, first forefront, but yeah, I'm looking at the hairstylist. Now, yeah, her clothes is well put together, but let me see her hair. If her hair is looking better than her clients, I'm sorry, baby, ain't got time to sit in your chair. Because somewhere around the corner, you're going to be cutting corners on doing my hair. And I'm going to know the difference because I went to school. So, no, I look for the hairstylist that's like, yeah, okay, her hair ain't always done.
Appreciate that, Miss Davis. Oh, man.
Her work speaks for itself.
The work speaks for itself, and the hair is not always done. Oh, man. Miss Davis, we done had a great interview together. Is there any more final words you have for us before you leave us today? Talk to me.
Sure. What I have to say is for everybody, really, it doesn't matter. And it's just a word of encouragement because wherever you are in life, there's always room for better. No matter what, it's always room for better. And you're going to do better. You're going to be better until your better is best. Never give up. Always bet on yourself first. And do nothing without acknowledging whomever God you serve. Look to your Creator, whomever your higher power is. Mine is my Heavenly Father. There's nothing that I could not do. I would not be here if it wasn't for Him. This is His gift that He gave me. He gave me my gift. He gave me my talent. And I'm just here to share what I have with the world. So wherever you at in life, whether you have something or you lie